Pirivasharanam, nameless religion. What we call Hinduism is not the real name of our religion. The real meaning of the word Hindu is love. Some have given a clever explanation as one who hates Himsa is called as a Hindu. There is no name as Hindu religion anywhere in our old Shastras. The foreigners have given us the name Hindus. The Westerners had to enter India crossing the river Sindhu. They called the river Sindhu as Indus and named the land adjoining it as India, and the religion of the land was referred as Hindu or Hindu. The people who ruled in the region of the river Sindhu named the whole country as Hindu country. Our religion is referred to as Vedic religion or Sanatana Dharma by some, but that too is not the real name of our religion. There is no specific name given to our religion in any of our basic records. Why is this so? Only when there are many religions, we have to give a name to a particular religion to differentiate it from others. When one religion was the only one prevailing, there was no name to refer to it separately and as distinct from the other religions. When there was only one religion, why should there be a separate name? All other religions except ours were founded by a certain great man, and hence they were named after the persons who founded them. Buddhism was named after Buddha who founded that religion. Jainism was founded by Mahavira who was called Jinnah. Similarly, Christianity was founded by Jesus Christ. Thus, the other religions were named after a certain individual. When we say that a particular individual established a religion, it will mean that the particular religion did not exist before. Our religion has been prevalent even before these religions came into existence. This one religion was spread in all over the world. There was no need to give a name to this religion as this was the only religion which prevailed at that time. When we think of this fact, we can be really proud about our religion. Even if we take it as the only religion which was in existence at that time, a question will arise as to who exactly founded this religion. Even after a lot of research and study, we are not able to find the name of the person who might have founded our religion. If we think of Sri Vedavyas who wrote the Brahma Sutra or Lord Krishna who gave us the Gita to be the founder of our religion, they also refer to the Vedas as existing even before their times. The ancient rishis and sages who have given us the Veda mantras say that they have not composed the mantras but had only seen them and heard their sounds from the space. The sages agree that the mantras were given by them to the world, but they are not the original writers or composers. These mantras appeared before, that is, became visible before them, while they were absorbed in their yoga nishta and they heard the sounds or shabdas from the outer space. As such, they were only mantra drishtas and not mantra kartas. They were only the seers of the mantras and not writers of the mantras. All the sounds in the universe generated from the space. The scientists trace the origin of the world or the prapancha to the very many vibrations in the outer space. The sages and seers visualized these mantras or sounds in the sky which will give men all the good to the jivans, and they had not composed the mantras by themselves. The Vedas, which were not written by any man, were in the form of sounds in the sky or space which represented the Paramatman. They were given by the Paramatma as his breath. They were Aporishaya, and these the rishis found and gave to the world. When we know the truth on these lines, we may feel proud of our religion for having no author of its own. We will be elated to realize that we are the most fortunate inheritors of the Veda and a religion which knows no beginning. Though nameless, our religion gives us a pride and prestige. Periyava Sharanam.